All right, with the winning screenwriter, Love Unveiled, Josip. How do I pronounce your last name?
Pozgaj.
That's Croatian, right?
Yes.
I just said that because you told me before the interview started. So, Love Unveiled played at our environmental festival, winning screenplay. Tell us what this film is about.
Well, the film is about a young woman whose life gets derailed once she has to marry a Croatian mobster in order to save her father from gambling debts.
Okay, so that seems interesting. Do you know any Croatian mobsters?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Okay. You could have just said no, but now that answer, okay. So basically, so this person who wants to like have her own life, have her own ambitions, and then she's kind of because of her dad's undoings, she's kind of forced to stay and basically live her kind of dad live a version of a life that she doesn't want to live, I guess, right?
Yes, yes. So she tries to be a perfect person. She tries to live her perfect planned out life. Uh, but as I said, her perfect life, it's not so perfect as much as she would like to. And then we get to see that actually when she gets into this position where she has to choose between her future, her family, and everything else that's happening in her life.
So you said you got the idea in the blog interview about November 2023. You're very precise. And tell
Yes,
me about how
yes.
you got the idea.
Honestly, I was working on another film and I was doing a rewrite, and suddenly it just hit me like, in that film, what if she has to marry for a green card or vice versa, whatever? And then I started thinking about that project, I guess, and Love Unveiled was born.
Gotcha. You said also said that it offers a fresh take on the collision of two vastly different worlds. And you said you're very precise again because there hasn't been a film released in the past 6 years that's like this.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what makes it unique?
Well, there aren't a lot of films that are romantic films but has a backdrop in crime. So that's a completely, I would say, fresh take. But also this particular, I guess, span of how things unfold and what comes out of it afterwards. I think this will be a great opportunity for the audience to experience something that they haven't seen recently.
Yeah, gotcha. And would tell me what the main character, so her name's Sophie, correct?
Yes, yes.
What's she like?
So she's actually, excuse me, she's actually not that good of a person. She's selfish, which is her main flaw, I guess. She likes to manipulate people, but then again, she's also smart, and she has this background of hers. Because she is that person is because of actually her family, especially her father, who didn't want her as a child, thought he could be better off with a son than a daughter, and so everything comes from that past of hers. Um, then she likes to plan her life, so she's afraid that if she doesn't know what to do, that's what scares her. So she has everything planned out down to a minute. She has uh, every bit of every bit of uh, I don't know, every bit of plans and experiences and every scenario mapped up in her head, apart from when she gets introduced to a mafia guy. That's what she didn't count for, and she doesn't know what to do.
Gotcha. Is it fair to say that the Croatian culture is still male dominated?
Yeah, yeah.
Because when reading the script, there's like themes of that in the script.
Well, yes, for sure, and especially with our antagonist Ivan, who's a conflicted mobster. So basically, he's a good person. He was just born into the wrong family, and he sees Sophie as an opportunity to escape this life.
Yeah. But you're all, but it's funny that you just mentioned that again because it's like also like the themes that we're born into certain environments and it's not our fault, like you just said with the guy.
Yeah.
So it's like we can't get away from like with Sophie, she can't get away from her a past that she didn't even create herself, right? Like it's a
Yes.
past that
Exactly.
it's the undoing of relatives, right? Not
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah. So in Surfers, those two characters are very different, but deep down, they basically want the same things. They basically want to live their own lives, and they see each other more of as an escape towards the end.
Gotcha. All right, so tell me, so basically, is this is I heard this is your first screenplay, your first
Yes.
full screenplay.
Yes.
What were you like? What kind of motivated you to start writing screenplays?
Well, primarily, I want to be an actor, and I figured if I'm just gonna wait for an opportunity to show itself, I might as well create one for myself.
Yeah,
So that's when I started writing stories and trying to figure out which story would best present itself in a screenplay. Uh, that being said, I really enjoyed writing, and as I written more and more, I figured that apart from acting, I also want to write things. In so I've been writing this screenplay for about a year, a little more over a year, and in that year, I got so many other ideas for these great movies that will come after this one. But I feel like this is a really good start for me as an actor because I also want to act in it, but also to just break myself into the industry.
who are you gonna play in the film
I'm
in the script?
well, I'm hoping to play Ivan, but it depends on types of contract and people I get in deal with. Because if I sell it to studio, I don't know if they're gonna allow me to do that. So I might get a smaller role, but I'll definitely try to play Ivan.
So are you are you pursuing acting right now as well?
Yes, yes,
So you like getting going on auditions, etc.
yes.
How's that going?
Well, it's going, but slowly. Like I said, just waiting for an opportunity to present itself. It's a waiting game. So I'm just focused on this right now, mostly to get it up and running so that I can make a name for myself.
Gotcha. And where are you based?
In LA.
Oh, are you from born and raised in Los Angeles?
No, no. I moved out here from Croatia 3.5 years ago.
Oh, so you're from Croatia.
Yes, yes.
Gotcha. That's quite the adjustment. That's quite the shock of from that culture to this to the LA culture.
Well, I had kind of like a year overlap in the UK. I went to study there at the Canterbury Christ Church University. I studied performing arts.
Okay.
Uh, but after 2 semesters, I realized that this wasn't really preparing me for the industry. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna follow my dreams and I'm gonna go to Hollywood. So that's what I did. I I got an audition at the New York Film Academy here in Burbank, and I got enrolled here into acting. And I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Are you still there right now?
Well, I graduated in August.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, but you're able to stay in Los Angeles?
Yes. Yes. I got a work visa and I'm all good to go here.
So what do you, it said that you said you're passionate about working on a farm or even being a firefighter. You've done
Yes.
those things before?
Yeah, so I'm a firefighter since I was 18, but also I grew up on a ranch on a farm, so I really enjoyed working those things. And then I don't know, let's say there was a scenario I was working building a house with my dad, and suddenly you get a phone call and it's like, this is a firefighting call, please go to the station, blah 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 blah. And just, I mean, that adrenaline when it hits you, I must have been running like 100 miles an hour.
Yeah. Like you're like a volunteer firefighter?
Yeah, yeah.
Have you done that? Are you doing that in Los Angeles as well, or because obviously they needed one recently?
I actually tried, but they said I'm a liability, so I tried to like sign a waiver or whatever, but they didn't allow me to do that. Now I tried to like get a part-time job as a firefighter,
Yeah.
but they said that since my this work visa is expiring in September, the county doesn't want to take me on because then they would have to give me a work visa or a green card or whatever. They don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But it's what it is. I mean,
You
I'll
have the
still,
experience, like you have the
yeah,
know-how.
yeah, yeah. That's what I was hoping for when I told them that I'm an experienced firefighter, and even if they need me to take a California exam over here, I would do that. But they said that since I'm not a U.S. citizen or already have a green card, they don't want to take me.
Yeah, that well, that I understand that too, because like say you get injured and yeah,
Yeah,
because it's a dangerous job.
yeah, it it definitely can be, but I mean, all of it comes down to, I mean, I love helping people, and that's what it's about for me mostly. Um, I just really like, apart from dangers and adrenalines and blood pumping and whatever, really to be there for someone and to see their faces when, I don't know, you do a nice thing or whatever. That's really what it's about, and that also brings me to why I want to be an actor. I just want to project this energy and happiness and just get people to be better people, to strive for better, to I don't know, laugh a little bit, to and yeah, basically just I'm hoping to make people feel better.
You came here by yourself
Yes,
to America?
yes,
That's pretty gutsy on your part.
yeah, yeah. The first time I came, after a couple of weeks, I went into a Croatian community, which is huge here.
Yeah.
And honestly, if I didn't have them, I would probably be already back home.
Yeah.
But it's really nice to. I'm a Catholic, so I go to church every Sunday. So it's really nice to speak in Croatian every Sunday and talk to Croatian people and just have that part of my life over here.
It's interesting, eh? The North American culture, like there's always like those communities everywhere,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and people still speak. They do speak Croatian.
Yeah, yeah.
There's like a little bit of an accent, I'm assuming.
Well, depends from person to person,
Yeah,
but most of them, they tend to speak good Croatian. I mean, most of them are older, and the younger kids, they either speak Croatian with an accent or they don't speak Croatian at all.
gotcha. Yeah, and there's a that's a tough language to learn.
Yeah, it for sure is. I had trouble learning it in school.
Well, you speak great English. Like your English is excellent, so I'm sure you learned that in
Thank you.
school as well.
Yeah, it's mandatory to learn English or German, and then we get the other, which one we didn't choose at the beginning. Then we get it in our like fifth grade.
But you chose English.
Yeah, I chose English as my first language, and then I learned German.
Yeah. Well, I hope your parents are proud of you.
I hope so too. They are supportive, and that's what's important. I also have a pretty big family. I have six brothers and two sisters.
Oh, wow.
So
Well, I guess if you work on a farm, it's like free labor, I guess, right?
yeah. uh, no, I believe All my family supports me, even though they all not might show it all the time. I believe
Yeah.
that deep down they believe in me.
So you're still in contact with your siblings?
Yeah, yeah. I I speak to them regularly.
That's a lot of people to core. I can't imagine. So that's seven. You have seven siblings.
Eight.
Oh, sorry. You're okay. So there's
Yeah,
nine included.
yeah,
All right. So
yeah,
they had nine kids. Wow,
yeah.
that's a lot of kids. What farm did you guys? What kind of type of farm did you guys grow up in?
Uh, well, we have animals like sheep, goats. We have ponies, cows. We recently got deer. But we also have a restaurant, so it's like a complex where people come and just enjoy nature. And then we're also building a couple of, let's say, small vacation houses, so it becomes like a resort village. And for people in the city, that's like a dream vacation to just come to the country and just enjoy peace, I guess.
Yeah, well, it's tough to find in Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's tough to find anywhere in a big city.
Yeah. Well, it looks like isn't it amazing that like your life so far? That's a screenplay in itself.
That is true. That is true. But I've already actually thought about it, but I feel like I should wait until I accomplish something great and then I might be able to build something out of it.
Yeah, no, but but there's like it's a good journey so far. So, and then
Yeah.
I wish you the best with the acting. I hope that that works out for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, a Catholic actor in Los Angeles. They you don't see many of you won't see many of those anywhere.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, it's good though. That's what makes you stand out, right? So,
Well, I hope so, and I believe so. I mean, uh, the more and more I research, the more I actually see actors that are either became recently Christians or are already Christian. Uh, and I try to connect with those people, especially like Mark Wahlberg and Mel Gibson. Mark Wahlberg, when he did Father Stew 3 years ago,
yeah.
that film just blew my mind, and his acting, that was I I didn't consider Mark Wahlberg an actor before that film.
Yeah,
I considered him an action star.
gotcha. Because yeah, well, I guess would you, but what, is there like a line that you, as an actor, like because I thought his best performance was Boogie Nights. I think it's a fantastic film, but he kind of dismisses that film because of his new kind of religious ideology. Would, would you have a problem working on a film like that?
Honestly, I'm not sure until I get put into that situation
Gotcha.
where I have to choose.
Yeah.
For example, right now, if I get an opportunity to be one of lead cast in some movie that's not actually what I believe in, I
Yeah.
would have to consider what I guess pros and cons are,
Yeah.
and would have to just make a decision. But like I said, it's hard to say right now.
Well, it's about the acting is about discovering the human experience, right? So, and
Yeah,
it's hard to judge the human experience. That's just my opinion, I guess. But
yeah, that's true.
as you say, even in your script, right? Everybody's born into certain environments that make them who they are. That's really what your script's about, is that we're all kind of like caught into the environments that we're born into.
Yes, but sometimes, like in my script, you get to choose and you get to try to live outside that world.
Yeah. It's hard though, right? This is not an easy thing to do.
Well, the script will tell you.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Well, that's what makes it a script because it's like a
Yeah,
story because there's an arc.
yeah,
There's a character change,
yeah,
but
for sure.
that's not an easy thing to do, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I wish you the best of success. It's kind of you kind of have an amazing story, and you came to America from a emotional and story standpoint at the perfect time. So there's lots of craziness happening, and it's going to continue, and you're in the right spot for it.
Yeah, well, thank you for your kind words.
All right, man. Let's talk again when we showcase the work again, either as an actor or as a writer.
Of course, of course.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you very much. Thank
Bye.
you.